Hi, my name is Jessica Miter, and this is Intermediate Voice. In this disc, we're going to understand our breath some more, just as in the first disc. We're going to learn how to break habits, breaking very bad habits that we have right now, by connecting more with our bodies and connecting more with the notes on the piano or on a guitar and how they come out of our bodies. We're also going to do a lot of ear training in this disc. Ear training is about getting familiar with the notes and how they relate to each other. And lastly, we will do some vocal lessons where we will be singing. Defining your breath when you sing is very important. As in the first disc, how we discussed how important it is for you to connect to your breathing, you must also understand how your body works. If you look at the diagram shown here, you will see that the air enters through the nasal cavity and goes down your windpipe. When it enters down into your body, it pushes your diaphragm down. Your diaphragm is a very powerful muscle that controls your breath intake and outtake. So when you breathe in, the diaphragm goes down, your stomach pushes out, your lungs expand, and you're ready to sing. When you let the air come out, it comes through your vocal folds, your larynx, and your pharynx is your resonation. Your larynx, which is about here, is very tiny. You would think it's really big, and it has vocal cords. And the vocal cords are what vibrate when the air passes through them. When the vocal cords vibrate, it makes a sound. And depending on how much air you let pass through it, will determine the note that you're singing. So for example, this note vibrates at a certain speed. If I sing it, la, my vocal cords are vibrating at the same speed that this piano string is vibrating at. That's why they sound the same. La. If I play a lower note, la, this note is much lower, and my vocal cords vibrate less fast, less frequent. Higher up, la, my vocal cords vibrate faster, and it produces a higher note. So it's very important to understand how your body works. I would recommend that you find an anatomy book and you look at the body and understand how the breath comes into your body, where it goes, and how it comes out. Okay. Where do you get your power? Your power comes from your breath. If you want to sing loud or if you want to sing soft, it comes from your breath. However you do it, you always have to breathe. Where does the control come from? The control of how the notes sound, the purity, the resonation, that comes from your diaphragm, your throat, your nasal cavities, your pharynx. All of that has to be relaxed so that the sound can vibrate within you. Your resonation and your nasal cavity, as I said, when you're singing a note, you can either sing it really small, la, or if I open up my nasal cavity, la, I can sing it very quietly, la, but it's still the same note. La, la, la. I'm using about the same amount of breath, but I'm allowing the diaphragm to push the breath out. I'm allowing my throat to open up. I'm allowing my nasal cavity to resonate the sound, and it sounds bigger. If I let it resonate less, it sounds smaller. La, la, la. It's all about control, and you will learn these things as you're going along. Don't be frustrated if you can't get it the first time. Okay. Forgetting your bad singing habits. As we discussed in the first disc, we all have a lot of bad habits, and that helps, or that deters us from singing properly. We have bad posture, remember? We have bad breathing habits. When we're breathing, we breathe in like this. Or when we sing from here, we tense up. These are all bad habits, and you have to start forgetting them. And the way that you can forget them is by practicing these exercises and stop singing the songs that you're currently singing. When I started taking voice lessons, I had my favorite songs that I sang, but I couldn't sing them with the technique that I was learning at the time because I had sung them so many times the wrong way that I had the bad habits all in my mind. So I had to forget about those songs for a while and focus on the exercises, focus on the technique, focus on controlling and breathing. That's the most important thing that you can do. So if you're hurting your voice, if you're getting tired from singing songs, stop. You have to stop singing those songs for a while. Once you become comfortable with the techniques that you've learned and you develop good habits, you can go back and try to sing those songs again, and I guarantee you that they'll sound better. And you'll have more control, and you won't run out of breath, and your throat won't hurt when you finish.